Welcome back to some more Umineko when they cry. So where we last left off, I should cover the important ones, huh? Uh, Aside of Krause's siblings preparing for the family conference up in to take the Rokujima, Natsuki got a bit of a unhinged phone call in which it's from a dude, a young dude that is supposedly Natsuki's son. Uh, I don't even know. Well, I guess I can make so. I guess before the conference taking place, I guess it doesn't matter if it's true or false, but couldn't tell if this is a constructed narrative. I mean, then again, like I guess all of the older people tend to have their baggage, huh? Although, if it's supposedly her son, he does sound like a bit of a edgelord, though. He's pretty edgy. I can say that. Anyway, I think that's enough of that. Let's continue. Unaware of this, Rosa slept. After telling Maria to just stay where she was after that tantrum over not being able to find her rose, Rosa slept, unaware that the rain had started to fall. All right, did that same shit again, huh? Yeah, I'm not surprised. The rain poured down as though it had been saving up for this moment. Of course, Maria noticed that the rain had started falling and was soaking her to the bone. However, that just made her even more stubborn. Unable to find the poor, slightly unhealthy roast that she herself had marked, she just couldn't stand having that search be interrupted by something like the rain. So the more the rain fell on Maria, the more stubborn she grew, as she wandered through the rose beds. And as she did, from behind Maria's back came a patter patter, the sound of approaching footsteps. Then the footsteps landed in the puddle, making a small splashing sound, and Maria finally heard. Small splashing sound? Well, that can't be Beato Ricci, though. However, even the slight distraction of that sound irritated her, and Maria ignored it.
Konnichiwa.
Yep, I knew it. Maria turned around, bewildered. After all, that voice was one she didn't recognize at all. On this sealed-off Rokujima, that voice belonged to no person she knew.
旦那様、奥様。探しました。大変でございます。
Kraus and Natsuki had been privately discussing what should be done next in a deserted corridor on the third floor. Genji had searched everywhere for them.
どうしたのかね。シーツを雨に濡らした程度ではそこまで慌てることでもないと思うがね。
何事です。何か粗相でも。
海難事故で漂流されたと申す方が先ほどお屋敷にいらっしゃられました。
Kraus and Natsuki couldn't help but go wide-eyed and stare at each other. Someone arrived at the mansion claiming to have drifted here after an accident at sea. This was the first time they'd ever heard of someone coming to this island uninvited.
漂流？それは本当かね。気の毒に来客として丁重に扱いたまえ。今はどうしているのかね。
南條先生が診察しております。まだ診察中ですが、私の見た限りお疲れの様子ではありますが、怪我などをされているようには見えませんでした。
それはよかった。私と夏日は今大切な話をしている。終わったらすぐに見舞いに行こう。その漂流者にはぜひくつろいでほしいと伝えたまえ。
かしこまりました。
When Genji bowed deeply and started to leave, Natsuki called him to a stop. Genji stopped walking and Natsuki jogged up to him.
源氏、その漂流者は男ですか？
いいえ、お嬢様くらいの若い女性でございます。
女性？そうですか。結構です。下がりなさい。
The parlor at the mansion was bustling. The adults gathered, worrying about the health of this sudden guest.
まあ自力でバラ庭園まで歩いてこれたなら命に別状はねえだろうよ。
転ばぬ先の杖やな。ライフジャケットのおかげやろ。あれがなかったら溺れ死んどったかもわからんで。
どんな子だったの？ジョージやジェシカちゃんより上？下？
シシカお姉ちゃんよりは下だった。ライフジャケットと水着だった。ヘトヘトみたいだった。
漂着したのが船着き場のあたりだったなら本当に不幸中の幸いね。もし島の反対側だったら大変だったわ。
That's interesting. I didn't know we have another character that arrives like right in the middle of the storm. I mean, it's not like the typhoon sealed the island or anything. She just like happened to like wander on by. Although I feel like this is more of a theory that maybe she could have snuck on the like on the boat where Krause's siblings were, or something like that. Just snuck in or something. I don't know.
しかし気の毒ね。この天気じゃきっと船も来られない。明日いっぱいまで彼女もこの島に釘付けかしら。
Did she really swim? I thought she would sneak on the boat like before the storm happened, but and make it and stage it to make it so like she came all the way from just from swimming, but sure. At that moment, the door clunked open and everyone looked in that direction.
皆様、お茶はいかがですか?
It was Golda and Kanon, with the latter pushing a serving cart laden with a tea set. Golda understood well that doing a little extra at times like this would earn him points. The relatives, hungry for information, crowded around Golda. He ordered Kanon to serve the tea, and became the sole object of the relatives' attention.
ゴーダさん、どうなんだいその子は。元気そうなのか？
さあ、わかりません。ですが、心配ご無用。南條先生がつきっきりで見ておりますし、熊沢もシャノンも一緒です。どうぞ、ご安心ください。まずは紅茶でおくつろぎになってはいかがですか？さあ、カノンさん。早く配って。
たく、なんで僕が。
Kanon knew this tea was just Golda's way of earning points, so he lined the cups up with a slightly sullen air.
も手伝
大丈夫です。マリア様はそのままでお待ちを。
I guess Maria wanted to help Canon knowing how grumpy he is on his job. So I guess Maria does tend to have some bit of sympathy from that.
う。おお、マリアも配膳やる。
Or maybe Maria just doing this because Maria wanted to be a proper lady when later the next several years.
南條先生にはお会いしてないの？何か言ってなかった？
ええ、先ほどお会いしましたところ、それほどの外傷はないそうで、私もちらりとお見かけしたところでは。
And just as Goda had successfully captured the gazes of all present and was about to start talking knowledgeably on the subject, Nanjo returned. Of course, Nanjo instantly became the center of attention. Kanon turned his back on Goda, who seemed downhearted.
南條先生、どうなんですか、容体は。大丈夫そうなの？
皆さん、ご安心を。大丈夫です。怪我は何もありませんでした。だいぶ疲労しているようですが、今夜特に熱を出さなければ何事もないでしょ
う。ならよかったわ。お医者様はいても病院はないものね。
Everyone was relieved to hear that the girl was in good health. When Nanjo gave the more detailed results of this examination, concluding by saying that she was young and should therefore be fine, everyone who no longer fell under this description nodded in assent.
やっぱり船は怖い。落ちる。バトラの言う通りだった。
マリアちゃん、それバトラ君には内緒ね。
ああ、奥様、旦那様。
Goda, who had lost his nerve and was handing out cups, called out in an excessively loud voice. Apparently he was that desperate to get everyone's attention.
客人の具合はどうだね？
はい。別状はないとのことでございます。
I really question why is everyone concerned about the this mysterious about the person at hand, that got randomly arrive at the Rokunjima. Surely you guys have some sort of suspicions, right?
そうですか。それはよかった。今はどちらに？
熊沢さんとシャノンさんがお風呂に案内したはずだ。それから服を見立てると言ってましたな。
ならすぐに来るだろう。諸君、親族会議の日ではあるが、不幸な事故で訪れることとなった来客だ。
A guest interfering the family conference? That's funny.
招いた客人ではないが、どうか歓迎してやってほし
い。異議などあるわけもない。賛成や。
同じくだ。女の子には優しくしろっておふくろも言ってたぜ。
あなたはそれを人生のモットーにしすぎよ。ジョージたちも呼んだ方がいいわね。全員で挨拶しましょう。
そんな、かえって恐縮させちゃうんじゃない？
Eva stood up and made a phone call to the guest house. At that moment, they heard the sound of a knock, followed by Genji's voice.
源氏でございます。お客様がお越しになられました。
Oh shit. I'm really curious how this goes. At those words, everyone fell silent, and the people who had been sitting stood up straight. Well, let's see. Genji came in first, opening the door slowly, then moved off to the side, bowing deeply and urging the guest forwards. Huh. Is that what everybody been telling me about? I'm really curious how she'll sound. This is a bit of curiosity there. The guest had Shannon and Kumasawa following by her side, and even after seeing the large number of relatives waiting for her in the parlor, she didn't seem overawed in the slightest. Just this single point showed that this girl possessed a dignity appropriate for a guest invited in by the Ushiromiya family.
フルド様、ご紹介申し上げます。後宮家当主代行、後宮クラウスにございます。
ようこそ六軒島へ。事故でいらしたとはいえ、あなたは当家の客人だ。歓迎しますよ。どうぞ当家おしばしの間ご自宅と思い存分にくつろがれてください。
ありがとうございます。自己紹介申し上げます。
Why does her voice sound familiar?
フルド・エリカと申します。
Furudo Erika. It's added in characters. Furudo Erika fell from the pleasure boat Eternal Maid II mid-cruise in the waters near Rokujima. Oh, so the boat she was on crashed near the island. She washed up on Rokujima on October 4th, 1986. The Ushiromiya family welcomed her as a guest. She managed to drift to the island unharmed thanks to several miracles, including the life jacket she was wearing. Wait, she was also appearing in here too? The fuck? Bernkastel's double and servant, also a piece who has manifested in the human world. Because she is human, she cannot use magic and the like. However, because she is in contact with Bernkastel in a higher world, and can appeal to her to use higher world miracles and authority on her behalf, it would probably be no exaggeration to call Furudo Erika a human capable of wielding the power of a witch. Through Bernkastel, she has been given the detective's authority while on the game board. Therefore, even though she is an outsider to the Ushiromiya family, she possesses the right to demand full attention from everyone when speaking, the right to advance proceedings, and the right to investigate. Wait. An outsider possesses the demand full attention from everyone. The right to advance proceedings, right to investigate the crime scene before the police arrives, and many other abilities. Gets pleasure from the process of solving riddles, but her greatest joy comes from using that victory to sneer. She gets... So her biggest pleasure is her being arrogant when she claims the victory, huh? Well, we'll see. So that's actually interesting for Erika. Like, also a piece. Wait, she's a piece, but she's human. She's labeled as a human, though, right? Weird. She's a human. I'm not sure if it's a thing, but she has like the abilities to give her the access to this kind of such, you know. We'll see.
この度は後宮家の皆様をお騒がせしてしまい誠に申し訳ございません。招かれざる客人であるにもかかわらずの歓迎、心より感謝いたします。
This was greeted by an impressed sigh arising equally from all corners of the room. The clothes she had been lent were probably Jessica's formal wear from long ago, but the composure of her introduction didn't shame those clothes in the slightest. Wait, those were Jessica's formal clothing? Interesting. In the slightest. If this was the clothes from long ago, then surely the Erika's height small enough to fit, right? The girl's name was Furudo Erika. She looked slightly younger than Battler and Jessica, but her composure and mannerisms were beyond what anyone would have expected from a high schooler, almost as though she was a well-to-do family's daughter.
ちょっと待て。こいつは何者だ。
無能のあんたが主役駒じゃゲームがさっぱり進まないもの。だから私自身を駒として出させてもらった。
まあちょっとしたエキストラね。
Wait, what? Wait. Bernkastel. Erika. So, Erika became a piece. Wait. I'm confused. I'm probably incompetent as fuck though. You know what? Judging by Erika's hair color, I guess Bernkastel made Erika. Well, it looks like a clone of. Technically, it kind of looks like it made it look like Bernkastel cloned herself or some shit. Contact with Bernkastel. Placed herself as a piece. It's just a bit of a bonus.
いくらクローズドサークルだからっていつも同じ面々ばかりじゃ飽きるでしょ。
ふざけるな。ベアとのゲーム版には存在しない駒だ。俺もベアとも認めない。
ベアとのゲーム版でしょ。ベアとが拒否するってんなら考えてあげるわ。ベアとの意見は
Beato was unable to answer. Lambda Delta grinned triumphantly.
ルールにイチャモンつけてゲームを降りてみる？あんたら推理者の得意技じゃない。自分の意に沿わない要素が一粒でもあったらそれを理由に感触を起こして思考停止を起こすのは
安心なさい。このコマについては探偵宣言を出すわ。
探偵宣言
Detective Proclamation
フルドエリカは探偵であることを宣言するわ。探偵は犯人ではなくその証明にはいかなる証拠も必要としない。早い話がこの子を一切疑う必要はないということよ。これなら人間の駒として登場してもいつもと変わらずに推理できるでしょ。
Huh. So, Erika's given the role of detective, so there is no reason to be the culprit. So I can't wait because it's in red. I can't really I can't make it like a theory to so like if she was the culprit, then she can make it so the crimes be fabricated. Fuck. Well, ain't this something? Oh boy.
ノックス第7条ね。探偵が犯人であることを禁ず。原文には例外条項もあるんだけど今回は 探偵は犯人でないと赤で宣言してるから、例外は考えなくていいわ。
I see.
言葉遊びは嫌いだから、私も赤で言ってあげる。フルドエリカは犯人ではない。
Yes, I know. I'm already told this.
副賞要求。フルドエリカはこれまでのベアとのゲームに影響を与えない。い
いわ、応じる。フルドエリカはこれまでのベアとのゲームに影響を与えない。あくまでも今回初登場のエキストラよ。これまでの世界には存在しないし、影響も与えないわ。
なら今の時点での在当者の人数はどうなるんだ。
もちろんこれまでの人数にプラス1してもらうわ。でも安心して、フルドエリカが1人増えただけ。
So the number of people increased by 1, and that's just this game right now.
それ以外の在当者の人数はこれまでのゲームと全く同じ。
I mean, Erika was only introduced until like the beginning of the answer arc as of right now. So, are you saying like the later within the answer arcs is just the characters are just part of extras then? The additional characters are part of extras? Like the fuck? At that time, the sound of people dashing down a corridor could be heard. It was Badler, George, and Jessica who had come from the guest house after being called here by Eva. They immediately spotted a guest they didn't recognize and their eyes went wide.
どちら様？
お客様、落ちる落ちるで来たの。
Bruh.
は？落ちる落ちる？
Wait, do you not understand that? Is he just playing stupid at this point, or is he just trying to hide it so he doesn't like, you know, get traumatized?
源氏さん、こちらの方は？
お客様のフルドエリカ様でございます。フルド様、こちらは当家令嬢のジェシカ様、並びにいとこのジョージ様、バトラ様でございます。
よろしく。後宮ジェシカです。
はじめまして、フルドエリカです。よろしくお願いいたします。
Though Badler, George, and Jessica didn't have a clue what was going on and were utterly bewildered, they each introduced themselves.
好都合じゃない。これで人数がはっきりするわ。ゲストハウスのバトラたちが合流し、今客間には金蔵以外のすべての駒が人間が揃った。
Let's see here. 9. So 17. So that's excluding Kinzo. So including Erika would be 18, huh? I see.
そうなるわね。つまり今この客間にいる人数が在当者すべての人数ってことになるわね。
The number of people in this parlor now is equal to the number of people on this island. Yeah, but
18人いるはずの島が、じい様が実は死んでて17人になった。
Yeah, if that it was supposed, yeah, if it was like if Kinzo was still alive, it would be 19 people. But you know, if we're excluding Kinzo because he's quote unquote dead, then it's 18.
そこにベルンカステルの駒が一人追加され。
The number of humans on this island has returned to 18. I glanced around at the humans in the parlor. The guest, Furudo Erika, and behind her, Kumasawa-san and Shannon-chan. Off to the side was Genji-san. Uncle Kraus and Aunt Natsuki were welcoming the guest. Goda-san immediately started showing off, and Kanon-kun was being unsociable, wearing his usual blank expression. There was Dad and Kiri-san, Aunt Eva and Uncle Hideyoshi, Aunt Rosa and Maria, and Dr. Nanja. Then on either side of me were George Aniki and Jessica. This is everyone, the true number of people on the island at the moment.
何しろ僕たちは全員後宮だからね。気兼ねなく下の名前で呼んでほしいね。僕はジョージ。
俺はバトラだ。よろしくな。
ありがとうございます、ジョージさん、バトラさん。私のこともエリカと呼んでもらえると嬉しいです。
よろしく、エリカさん。
The added expressions on Jessica is pretty amusing. It was decided that Erika would be welcomed like a guest. I'm surprised Jessica didn't make the comments about Erika's clothing, considering it was, you know, stated that it was Jessica's like old clothing, so I mean it would be awkward. Would be welcomed like a guest and allowed to borrow the bedroom next to the cousin room on the second floor of the guest house. In front of all the relatives, she had seemed dignified and a bit stiff. However, as she talked with George and Jessica, her expression began to soften gradually. And so, the detective, Furudo Erika, was placed on the game board.
Jessica の昔の服、あんなに似合うなんて思いませんでした。
熊沢が勝手にお嬢様の昔の服を使用してしまいました。お許しください。
The clothes Erika wore were Jessica's old formal attire, though the guest possessed a dignity that would put most adults to shame. Her body was still physically similar to a middle schooler's. Jessica's old clothes fit her perfectly. I mean, if it was old formal attire that is like, that couldn't, I mean, then that means like the clothing size is like, you know, Jessica like outgrew it, so it wouldn't be, that's not surprising. Jessica's old school, oh, I'm so stupid, I'm half tired. Jessica's old clothes fit her perfectly.
いいえ。
Not to worry.
お客様にふさわしい身なりでしたよ。もし彼女が気に入るようでしたら、お近づきの印にプレゼントしても良いでしょう。
かしこまりました。ありがとうございます。
警察やご家族には連絡しましたか？
はい。先方も大層ご心配なされていたようでした。
ところで、客人は本当に事故でしょうね。
ご本人は寄港中のボートから転落したとおっしゃっております。
裏付けはありますか？
海保に問い合わせて確認しました。プレジャーボートの後部から転落したそうで、他の乗員たちは気づかなかったようです。 実際の転落地点は分かりませんが、おそらくはここの近海でしょう。
この悪天候に船遊びなど愚かなことです。しかし近海で溺れてこの島に漂着することは考えられるのですか？
ありえないことではありません。この辺りの島には大抵漂流民が流れ着いた伝承がございます。おそらく事故は真実ではないかと。この台風です。島のどこであろうとも船での接岸は不可能です。
Genji had already considered what she now suspected. Natsuki probably suspected that this mysterious guest who had arrived during the already high-stress family conference might be the agent of some conspiracy. So, Genji had already checked to make sure that the accident was real, that Furudo Erika was her real name, and that there was nothing suspicious going on.
わかりました。
What if Furudo Erika the human theory would be like, what if Furudo Erika was like the daughter of the some high-end business that the money like loaned them to the Ushiromiya family, that she's like managing the family inheritance. Nah, that sounds like a dumb theory. I don't know why I'm saying this.
主人も丁重にもてなすようにと指示しています。粗相のないようになさい。ですが、分かっていますね。
はい。親族会議には一切近づけません。夕食後はゲストハウスへお引き取り願います。
客人をお父様に挨拶させろというような流れにもならないよう、よく注意するのですよ。
もちろんです。心得ております。
ほう。フルドエリカとな。
エリカ。
この六軒島に来客とは珍しい。
That seemed very unexpected.
楽しませてくれそうではないか。
ベルンカステル教の駒でしょう。人間のルールに従うとはいえ、プレイヤーは魔女です。侮ることはできませんよ。
問題ない。仮にベルンカステル教本人であろうとも、人間である以上、わらわたちの敵ではない。何しろガープもいる。人間はガープに絶対に勝てぬ。
ありがとう。でも買いかぶりすぎは良くないわ。魔女の定義は魔法が使えることだけを意味したりはしない。
ですが、ジョーカーであり台風の目である。それが魔女というもの。
Oh, that face.
この六軒島で魔女と名乗ってよいのはこのわらわ。
Huh. You think Erika is the player of a witch, even if she follows the rules of humans? We'll see. I mean, not all witches. Witches don't have to like participate in using their magic, but you know, you gotta be a pretty sly bastard to pull up some schemes, you know. It doesn't have to be the use of that. Whether or not you believe or don't believe, you know, you gotta be pretty sly as hell. So
黄金の魔女にして無限の魔女ベアトリーチェのみである。ベルンカステル教名、エンジェの次なる駒がどの程度のものか、じっくりと観覧させてもらおうぞ。
Well, that was a fast chapter end. Jesus Christ. Time moves forward. Saturday, October 4th, 1986. It is 1900 hours, 7 p.m. Witch of Miracles. Erika's seat was the lowest one in rank. In other words, it was at the inferior end of the table. Reasonable. She is the guest after all. Since Kinzo's seat at the high end of the table was empty, if you spun the whole thing around, it sort of looked like Erika was the host of this dinner. That's pretty ironic.
それでは皆様。
I mean, like, considering that, you know, Erika had the unexpected charisma to where, like, all of the Ushiromiya family pays full attention to Erika, so she might as well be the host of the dinner.
本日の晩餐を始めさせていただきたいと思います。
After Golda's announcement, dinner began with the applause that had become almost customary. It was finally the beginning of the dinner orchestra conducted by Toshiro Goda. Except for Krause's household, sitting at such a majestic dinner table was no everyday thing for these people by any means. However, they were all used to this event and acted as though it was completely normal. Once again, if anyone was to be surprised, it should have been Erika. Excuse me. And yet, she showed no signs of amazement at this dinner and acted with composure, blending in with everyone else. There wasn't even a sliver of the fear one might expect from someone who had wandered here like a lost puppy.
不思議な子ですね。後宮家の1年間で最も豪華な晩餐を前に何も取り乱さないとは。
The Ushiromiya family's grandest dinner. I mean, I don't know how table manners occur when having like high-end food, so.
最近の子は肝が据わってるわ。嫌いじゃないわ、そういうの。
フルドさんはこういう食事には慣れているのですか。大した落ち着きようだ。
ほんまやな。ずいぶん手慣れたもんや。わしなんかいまだに次はどのフォークを使えばいいんか混乱するんやで。ああ、こっちやったか、それともこっちやったか。
What a kidder. What a jokester. Without showing any confusion over the line of utensils in front of her, Erika gracefully ate her hors d'oeuvres. Hideyoshi had started joking around with her, gripping a fork in each hand. Of course, the president of a company in the food service industry like Hideyoshi obviously knew his table manners. Obviously. We're having some bit of a ironic humor. However, thinking that Erika must be nervous over this dinner, he had intentionally spoken with a comic tone of voice.
外側から順に使うだけですし、面倒だったらお箸を頼めばいいんです。日本人ならお箸です。お箸はいいですよ。これ一膳あればどんな料理でも対処できます。
As soon as she began talking about chopsticks, Her eyes started glittering. The smile she now showed for the first time was far different from the dignity she displayed before, more like something you'd expect from someone her age.
カレーライスはさすがにスプーンでしょう。
丼に盛ればいいんです。
Just make it a Donburi bowl. Okay, now I'm really curious what she's saying. Donburi bowl. Donburi is simply food served on top of a rice in a deep bowl. The bowl is also called a donburi, hence the name. Many types of food can be served the donburi style, including curry, karedan, beef, gyodon, or chicken and egg, or yakudan, meaning parent and child donburi. I think I had something like that before. Yeah. Just make it a donburi bowl.
牛丼をスプーンで食べる人いますか？いませんよね。日本人なら断じて絶対鉄頭鉄尾お箸です。というわけでゴーダさん、すみませんがお箸をお願いします。私が日本人として恥ずかしくない食べ方をご覧に入れてみせましょう。
She really have a interesting sort of passion when it comes to Japanese eating tradition of using chopsticks. This is something I don't. This is kind of awkward. I mean, I kind of get the point that the Ushiromiya having a family dinner within the Ushiromiya mansion involves, like, you know, Western tradition, right? Like, you know, using a fork and a knife. But I guess, you know, judging by like Erika being the guest, I guess she's showing this Japanese tradition of how people eat, you know.
ところで、次のお料理は何ですか？
それが困ったことに、次はスープでございまして。
As she imitated a shrugging gesture, Erika winked at everyone. Well, at least Erika has a sense of humor. God. What the heck is happening? As soon as soup is mentioned, Erika's like, oh well. Of course, no one was laughing at her. She obviously knew that soup came after Hor's divorce in a full-course meal. Furthermore, I hope I pronounced that right. Hor's divorce. I probably butchered it wrong, but either way, I don't really care. You can give me shit all you like. Furthermore, Erika had noticed both that she'd been performing too perfectly and creating a sense of tension, and that Hideyoshi had tried to break the ice because he thought she was nervous. That's why she started acting a little childish and lighthearted, acting out the part of a guest enjoying a harmonious dinner. Pretty soon, not only Kairi, but everyone else caught on. Though she was an uninvited guest, she was apparently worthy of participating in an Ushiromiya family dinner.
頭のいい子ね。本当にこの子、偶然の来客なの？実は今日の親族会議にこっそり呼んだ兄さんの隠し子じゃないの？
賢く場を和ますセンスもあるようだ。マナーも見事じゃないか。あんな子が娘だったら悪くはないね。
Uh-oh. Don't make Jessica hear this.
それはひでえぜ。ジェシカちゃんの立つ瀬がなくならな。
ひどいわ、ルドルフ兄さん。
どうしたんだい、ジェシカちゃん。頭痛かい？
私の評価がずんずん下がってる気がするぜ。
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Jessica is showing a sense of jealousy there.
こりゃ本家の令嬢として負けられねえだろ。お前も日頃夏日おばさんに仕込まれてるテーブルマナーと貫禄で対抗してみろよ。
見たい見たい。テーブルマナー見たい。
ほら、はしゃぐのはマナー違反だよ。ささ、ジェシカちゃん。お手本を見せてあげて。
Alright, let's see how this goes.
おお、もちろんだぜ。
I'm pretty sure table manners are common sense, unless I mean, I don't know how that goes when it comes to a wealthy family, so. Jessica straightened up so much it looked like someone had poked her back with a pole. She had good posture, but it somehow lacked elegance. She looked, well, kind of like a triangle ruler. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like you're forcing yourself a little bit too much there. You gotta act a little bit more natural in this. She sat at attention with her gaze fixed straight ahead, tried to bring her food to her mouth despite this, and failed miserably. Dad, who was sitting next to her, suddenly realized that something was up.
どうしたんだ、ジェシカちゃん。腹でも痛えのか？
Damn, fucking Rudolph just looked over at Jessica. He was like, what the hell? Jessica turned a bright red. Sorry, I can't help myself. We laughed our heads off. Jessica protested, still bright red. And Natsuki scolded us for being too improper. Well, no matter how much we try to smooth it over, we are who we are. We couldn't pretend any longer. Still, that laugh really did help us to relax. We were so concerned about the guest getting nervous, we'd gotten even more nervous ourselves. Our chatter from the center of this long table spread to both ends, and ultimately the dinner went even more smoothly than usual. Well, all's well that ends well, right? Jesus. Yeah, let's end it from here. I think this is good enough. I think we had enough of this humorous read through of this part. So next part, we will continue more of this after this dinner shenanigans. Yeah, Erika is a pretty interesting character, that's for sure. Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will continue more of this next time. Have a good one.